Alright, so this is Swamp from the southwest base in the Tier 10 Russian medium, the Object 140. And I had just done the Swamp the other night, or last night, from the northeast base. And I thought I had already done one from the southwest, and so I thought I would throw this up there when I noticed that I didn't do it. Just as an example of how I think the Southwest should play, and I'll try to contrast this particular video with the one that we did last night, which was the Northeast STB1 replay. So again, as usual, what I think that either side should do is they clear out their side. The north side tries to clear out this north bridge. The south side tries to clear out the south bridge. It's much easier for the south bridge, or for the south spawn, to do this, because it's very easy to spot guys crossing this bridge or crossing into this area over here. So that's what I'm going to go do, and then ideally what you can do is you try to track people as they are crossing vulnerable positions, particularly on the bridge and whatnot, and it's a little bit easier for your teammates to get shots on these guys from this side, which makes everything slightly more convenient. And then we track this T-34 out there, and basically we're going to just keep trying to shoot him through that drive wheel to keep him tracked out there, and eventually other people will be able to shoot him at some point. And so they've gotten a PTA down over here. We put a 4502B down on that K line, and if he just pushes those guys, he should be able to kill them. But as I start rolling forward, I was going to go forward to where that 416 is. I noticed that our 4502B is sitting in the back. So I'm going to go clear these guys out, because what you want to do is you want to get these guys cleared out before they get any sort of semblance of support if they sent anything from the south. And then that way, once you clear this out, you can start working on the north side. And then so you see we've sent a lot of tanks to the north, right? We've got like 5 tanks across the bridge already. We've got a T-34 underneath their base, but I think he's going to get swarmed pretty soon. But we've already taken out an 8 and a 9 on this side, sent more or less for free. And then it's easy for me to move up and get shots on this STA while being hauled down over here, and he doesn't really have anything else that can shoot me other than the artillery. And then I'm going to fake like I'm going to cross the bridge, and then I accidentally almost get shot, because I didn't really expect them to have 5120 there, but that's okay, so no more faking, and we're just going to go off to the west. And then so our T-34 got swarmed. We lost a couple of guys that pushed up here, which is unfortunate. They mostly got clipped out by that T-57, I believe. This Ferdinand, however, has done a pretty good job from where he is in terms of making them pay to get to that position. And so what we're going to do is we're going to island hop and try to go north over here, get under here, get shots on these guys, and or put some pressure on this C line that they have here. And then you'll see that in contrast to the STB1 match where we played from the other side, we have tanks over here, so they can't shoot up into this area very easily. They can shoot there from this T-28 prototype and that 5120, but those are the guys that I intend to shoot at, so it'll be really easy for me to get some cover between me and them. And these guys are encapsulated a little bit up here. They need to recognize that and not be too aggressive, but I think they're going to push in and get themselves killed. You always have to look and know, at least have an idea of where your backup is. And then so I'm going to move forward, and I've been lit already, so I know, I mean, at least they have an idea where I'm at. And our 4502B pushed up across that south bridge a little bit, which is lighting these guys, which is giving me an opportunity to whittle them down a little bit. And the 5120 is just kind of vaguely blind firing in my direction. And our 704 is proxy spotting their T-28 prototype, which is basically allowing me to shoot them for free. Right, and in the meantime, they cleared out our north bridge. So we're semi-vulnerable there, but we still have a JT here, so it's not going to be really easy for them to cross over here. So I can drive up here and see if I can get some shots and figure out where the rest of their tanks went. And then I'm going to jam my hull up into this ridge there in order to get the depression to shoot that Ferdinand. And this AC-48's pinned me twice. But we have an ISU that's pushing over here, so we're going to have a chance to get some flanking shots when he turns to shoot the ISU. The ISU kind of rushes his shot. And then the IS-7 has come back at this point. So I'm going to back off here because it's not really a favorable exchange. And then they have their WZ-132 up here. But as I've said, like in that STB-1 game, this is not a very good place to hang out, especially if you're lit. These guys can shoot all over that area. And then my support underneath here is somewhat missing. So we've got these two T-57 heavies rolling in, so I'm going to roll back a little bit and wait for them so I don't get pushed. And then see, this T-57 is pushing up where that ISU was. So I'm going to try to get a turret break on this IS-7 so that he doesn't get easy shots at our T-57, just, you know, be annoying. And then our T-57 is coming in through the side there, so I just noticed that, and so I'm rolling back forward trying to help him out, because he's only got 3 in his clip because he used 1 for the 4502, and I'm firing heat because I ran out of APCR and I fired a little bit too low, so went into his tracks and the first shot was eaten. And then that kill shot there was side turret. Unfortunately, that T-57 is not going to get out of there because of that ISU. And then so all I have to do is go around on this side, and as I sort of cross through here, I'll light the ISU and get a free shot. And then if you go around this side of the little rock here, you can get into this depression and spot again through these bushes up here, which is what I'm going to go try to do. And then it's pretty much just clean up at that point. So the point that I'm trying to make, so in contrast to what happened last night, you want to clear out this south and you want to push across the islands and to get underneath and then clear out this side of it. What they did on the STB-1 game is that they had the south cleared because we didn't really send anything down there, but they pushed up here and they left this area open, which allowed us to come in and to get flank shots on them. In this game, the difference was that we didn't allow them to get any map control back. We cleared out the south, we took the middle, right, and then we cleared out their east flank so that they're stuck in that north, right? They're only in basically rows A through D, A through C. So once you shrink them down that far, it's just a matter of whittling them down and being patient and letting RD do work and getting some reasonable levels of support from your teammates in terms of when you light things, being able to shoot them, or when they light things, you have to be able to shoot them. And so when we look at the stats, so it's a pretty good game for us because, again, like a lot of these games, if you're in a mobile tank and you're able to keep your gun active, you know, you always have something to shoot at, or you're moving into position to shoot something, you're going to get a lot of damage done. So that's sort of what we're looking for. In this particular case, our 8s did a really good job in a tier 10 game. The Ferdinand did, 3.5k damage. He was the guy on the North Bridge fighting against tier 10s, basically. The IS-3 also did a good job. He was the other guy on the north side in terms of he got a lot of damage assist. Presumably a lot of that was from the RD. And then otherwise, it was a pretty straightforward game. And I think that's really how that south side should try to run the swamp strategy. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope that gives some context to what I was talking about last night in the STB1. And thanks for watching.